So many of the ways we carry the blessings of the ancients forward. I'm grafting pears today, and this pear that I'm grafting just now is of significance to classicists. In fact, I'd probably say it's a pear no classicist should be without. We know it in America as pound, but what we know of its lineage is that it originally came into the British Isles, and before that France, where it was introduced very likely by the Romans. We believe this pear has a recorded history going back to at least the 1st century. And what makes it significant in our work is not simply it's a matter of gorgeous historical interest, is that it fills a dietary niche that no other fruit that I'm aware of does. It's what we call a culinary pear. These are pears that we cook rather than eat fresh. You wouldn't want to eat them fresh. You'd break your teeth. They have the constituency of a rock almost. You drop them on your feet and you know about it. But cooked, it softens up and turns a gorgeous shade of pink and is an exquisite contribution to the diet. But what makes it significant, truly, is that it stores for months. Most of the fruit that we grow will store, in terms of apples and pears, the long storing ones will really go no later than about March or April at the homestead level. But this pear, pound, which can get huge, 2.5 pounds or so, will go as long as June or July, the year after it's harvested. Very unusual, very significant. One of the reasons it was one of the cornerstone varieties that came over the Atlantic to America when America was first settled. So, yes, I would say if you're curious about feeding yourself fresh, locally grown fruit year-round, it's a wonderful contribution to the diet. One more thing that I think is lovely to bear witness to is the fact that when we propagate fruit trees, we typically marry a variety to a rootstock. The scion, the cutting that we take, represents an unbroken transmission going all the way back to the original tree. This is what it is to take a clone as a cutting rather than to grow from seed. What I hold in my hands here, right now, is a pathway going all the back through eras, epistemologies, and empires to the soil and culture, consciousness and life of Romans. Isn't that wonderful to consider as we move about our gardens and kitchens?